welcome to this month's collective taroscope for the signs in Earth, which would be Virgo, Capricorn, and what is the last one? Taurus. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Those are the Earth signs. And in addition to that, we're going to cover sort of like the energy of the month based on the moons. So we have a new moon in Gemini coming up shortly with a solar eclipse. And then later this month, we also have a full moon in Capricorn. So it's a little bit of overage here. All right, so before I get started on the zodiac signs, I just want to say a few things regarding, this month and what's going on. What this reading is an opportunity for you to sort of have your own intuitive reading practice. And so as we look at these collective images, I want you to notice what seems personally relevant to you. It might be a letter, a number, a color, or a word. And feel free to add any of your comments. Insights are always welcome. Everybody has a different perspective, and the more perspectives we get, the better. And I'm all about creating a supportive community online. So if I can help you in any way, just go ahead and say something. Say hello. I also review a lot of work by different deck creators and publishers and things like that. So if you're interested, you can check out some of my videos. And I'm always happy to talk about the artwork and the decks. In June, I will have a giveaway. I'm giving away a mermaid bracelet. So all right. So for the upcoming new moon in Gemini, communication is key. I'm going to go over some of the general energies that are going to be influencing everybody in the month of June. Yes, let's get started. Gemini. Gemini is a time for thinking, learning, reading, pursuing curiosities and interests, doing mental activities, and talking to fascinating people. Here is the card for the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. So we have that energy coming up. Now, I did mention also that we're going to cover the Earth energies. So we have Taurus here that's represented by some tiger's eye. And the Taurus is the sign of practical matters, the home, comfort, finances, and it's an optimal moon sign for long-term projects. So if you're a Taurus, we're going to go over general Taurus readings today. You can help out. I'm going to do private readings after this, so hang out and then we'll do private readings after that. And then we're also going to do a reading for Virgo. Virgo is about organization, efficient habits, health. The best time to start a routine or a positive habit is in Virgo season. So Virgo is here represented with this perfect ball sphere here. And then we're also going to cover Capricorn, the sign of structure, responsibility, practicality, achievement, a time to focus on career, business, and careful use of resources. Okay, later this month we have a full moon in Capricorn. See if I can get it to focus. And this is the end to a tough cycle approaches, the full moon in Capricorn. Let's move on to Virgo. What's going on with Virgo in the month of June? We're going to pull a few cards. Later, I'm going to edit this all together, take out all the hems and haws, and it'll be a little bit easier to watch, hopefully. Okay, so first up for Virgo, we're curious whether or not the full moon or the new moon is going to be most influential for our Virgos watching. Let's see. All right, we got the full moon for the Virgos. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. So by the end of this month, Virgo, this full moon is going to probably influence you in a way that is incredibly positive, right? The end of a tough cycle. Yay! Let's see whether or not the tarot cards back that up and what's what. So like I mentioned earlier, I pre-selected these cards. So these are just Earth energy and Gemini energies. And we shuffle them together, mix them up. Some of them are duplicates, so we can't get two of the same thing. But we want to know what's coming up for our Earth energies for Virgo. All right, the main new energy, Ace of Pentacles. That's a great card to see. The beginning of something really new, a solid foundation. I find this to be cool, considering that you got the full moon and now you have this nice Ace of Pentacles. So there really is this sense of completion. Maybe you've been trying to start something new. Maybe the full moon energy, which is culmination, is also a beginning, which is a great kind of a concept. Like you've been reaching out for a beginning. You've been reaching for a new beginning. And so the culmination is a new beginning, which is a neat idea. Now you also got the same card here, crossing this sense of sorrow. So I do feel like there are themes that run through the readings, and here we're seeing a clear theme here. Everyone's really letting go of, I think, this pain, this long, painful cycle. So you are in the same boat here. Same with the Nine of Swords and your consciousness, ready to let go of sleepless nights and anxiety. The future is the Devil, Capricorn energy, the Eight of Swords and the unconscious, the Seven of Swords in the past, the Princess of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the overall card, the Prince of Swords. All right. Immutable air, that's that Gemini energy coming in for you as the overall card. The Prince of Swords, this is someone who is ready to communicate. Someone that's ready to open up and share their thoughts. It's not necessarily emotional, but I think that communicating what you're thinking about is a good idea. If you came to this reading with the idea that maybe you should, have a conversation with someone important in your life, this would definitely be backing it up, that you should have a conversation with someone important in your life. You might be afraid of coming out of your sort of like sanctuary and talking to other people, but with the Capricorn in the future, the Devil card in the future, and the fact that you got the end of a tough cycle, there is this kind of like pairing, I think, between you being open and willing to communicate and also the end of what has been a difficult period. Maybe you've been keeping a secret. Maybe there's something that you're not sharing with other people. And as you learn to open up and share appropriately, that's going to be one of the things that is going to help you move forward at this time. Maybe you've been unable to With the Princess of Wands in reverse, it's like maybe you've been unable to express your truth in a way, you've been unable to take action. You've been unable to follow your bliss. And what's going to happen with the full moon and the Capricorn energy coming in is you really being able to pursue what makes you happy. And what makes you happy might be a little bit materialistic, because the devil is criticized for being a little bit materialistic. So what that might mean for you is, I don't know, maybe you enjoy like going to the spa or going shopping, or really expressing that these are things that you need in your life in order to be happy. And that's part of what is going to be the end of this really tough cycle, as you're able to just indulge a little bit and enjoy in life in a way that you haven't been able to in quite a while. I'm going to pull a clarifying card for that devil energy. And I got the Seven of Pentacles. So and the 5, which is success, unfulfilled, and strife. So I laugh because I'm like, oh my gosh, these are awful. Nobody wants these cards. I wish I hadn't pulled clarifying cards, so it could be negative for you for the future. But yeah. So because we're looking at these cards in the context of the end of a tough cycle, if you've been unfulfilled successfully and you've had a lot of strife, it's like, this is hopefully the idea is this full moon is the end of that. The full moon is really the end of that. And so you'll be feeling more like Pan, rejoicing as this tough cycle comes to an end. So like I've been repeating that I think this is going to be a great month, and also a month that really has a lot of extremes with the challenges, especially with the cards that were pulled for these readings. So I'm going to pick a love note from the universe to summarize this reading for you. And we got the card, be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. You may not ever understand what's going on in their life, but you can always figure out what's going on in yours. Love, the universe. I'm waiting to see if any other messages want to come through, but I think that feels complete.